morning. It's March 25th, and it's great to be here. Get to review one of the greatest albums ever. It's by this group called The Residents. They're musicians. They're also kind of an anonymous performance art collective. They released a lot of great albums. It is my desire to review at least like the top 10 Residents albums, if not all of their recordings. So, I was listening to Third Reich and Roll. This album is incredible. It's a perfect 10 record. Yeah, it starts with just vocal clips. There's 2 songs on it. The first song, the cover is Dick Clark holding a carrot. Dick Clark was like Top of the Pops, like arbiter of popular music, basically. And this album is deconstructing all of these songs from the 60s. So it's making this crude imitation of these 60s songs, but playing with them in these really interesting ways, using this really dark synth stuff in 1976. But Swastika's on Parade is a 20-minute track. That's one side of the record. Hitler Was a Vegetarian is a 20-minute track. That's the other side of the record. They're both kind of like this, fake radio station, sort of. Like the first album I reviewed, the commercial album. But, Duncan Kid. But, anyway, it starts with a vocal clip. And then it sounds like a guy with like squishy boots walking down a hall. Just like a soaking wet boot walking down a hall. And then these voices they start singing the melody of, I forget the name of the song, with that na 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 na. They sing that, but like in this culty like tribe of people, Residents way, singing it. And then there's just like weird piano, off key, real piano, not the synth. Oh, there's a lot of synth. This is like classic rock piano. And then they have a weird like hi-hat bass drum beat, but they sing that song like My Baby Loves the Hanky Panky, and he plays the rock piano stuff on the piano. Sometimes they'll have them play it straight, like they have the guitar player straight play Hey Jude later. But then the other instruments will be doing weird stuff. So they might have one person that's just covering the song, but then the vocals are always crazy. Or they're interpolating the melody in some way. Or they're just creating a new song and singing this over it. And anyway, it's always this eerie deconstruction of 60s popular music, of blues, of... but yeah, they use strings come in a lot, and sax. Not guitars so much, although there is good guitar on the Hey Jude section, for instance. But usually it's just the chorus of voices. They do Rock Around the Clock, Resident style. It's a bit different from the Rock Around the Clock that you've probably heard. They do teases of stuff, like they tease Inagata Devita a few times, and then they straight up play Inagata Devita and sing it towards the end. But they do A Horse with No Name, the America song, but Residentified, and then there's like fighter jets. It sounds like fast military fighter jets coming in. Like gunshots, machine guns, like bombing, like a military thing is firing weapons. And then it's just like sax and I think an accordion, some sort of sax keys. I think it sounds like an accordion or some sort of crude piano that has that quality of the squeeze box. But yeah, it turns into this like sweet electronic mischievous drone residency song for a while. That's cool to have that little like before you get back into another 60s rock hit. The synth noises get really crazy, and then this rock and guitar riff comes in. It sounds, at this point, I think it's like 10 minutes in, 12 minutes in, if my memory serves, they get into this like rock. It sounds like a prog rock song. It sounds like this cool rock. It's like, oh, they're just playing an original rock. Not for long. Then it's just a weird echoey vocal, and then a car crashes. There's lots of sound of a car crash. And then Pop has got a brand new bag in German. I think that might have been before the car crash. They do Yummy Yummy Yummy, I Got Love in My Tummy. I mean, come on. Sax is just playing like wild Eric Dolphy crap while there's police alarms and gunfire, just repeated gunfire after the crash, after the jets. This is Third Reich and roll. It's in the middle of a world war. And then it turns into this disjointing synth over the gunfire. And then the song dissipates. It's like a woman singing opera. She's probably singing a rock and roll song in a language I don't understand, but it sounds like she's singing opera. I think she's singing Italian or something, but this might be the German version of whatever song I just named. Then, anyway, about 12:30 in, if you want to go to that, there's like a racing acceleration noise of like an engine starting up and getting really fast. And then there's some nice vocals. I love this keyboard sound, these like horns. It's this hypnotic kind of synth piece that drones for a few minutes, and then a drum machine picks the beat up, and it's a little robot synth funk for a bit. And then it falls apart, and that's the end of the song. But almost turns into a cool funk song before it's over. Then there's one other song, the second side of the record. It's called Hitler Was a Vegetarian. Starts with a pretty synth chord thing, and then 30 seconds in, it's an interpolation of 96 Tears, which I love that song. I love this version of that song. There's like female backing, like choir kind of harmony vocals. They sing It's My Party, the Leslie Gore song. I'm a fan of Leslie Gore. She's got a great discography. Anyway, they do It's My Party, and I'll cry if I want to. And the guy's like, I already cried my 96 tears. And then like other random rock lyrics, like Doors lyrics. The Light My Fire cover is the best. This is the craziest possible way to cover Light My Fire. And it's just, this is the perfect way to cover Light My Fire. Same with Gloria and Agata Divita. They tease in Agata Divita, then they straight up play it. They do the Gloria lyrics. But all this is over Residence music, which is, you know, kind of primitive synth percussion stuff with these vocals that don't sound like normal singers. They sound like characters, like they're playing these different vocal. It's performance art. It's also music. They play the Hey Jude guitar riff over the off-key kind of synth, and then the backing kind of harmony choir vocal. They get the female vocal sometime. But the Hey Jude riff sounds great. Whoever's playing guitar, I don't know if it's Snakefinger or if it's somebody guessed. With Residents, it's hard to know because they're very mysterious. It's not easy to find writing credits for Residents because it's usually under pseudonyms. But anyway, Third Reich and Roll, I think, is one of the better Residents albums. I think it's in the top 5. I'd put Duck Stab, Mark of the Mole, Commercial Album, Animal Lover, or God in Three Persons, or shit, man. There's too many good Residents to make a top 5. I need to do a whole thing, guys. Have a lovely Friday. Hare Krishna.